Hello everyone, a very good evening and welcome back to my YouTube channel. वैसे तो it's not the time to say good evening to you. If you can see on the left side of the screen at the top, the time is 1:41 a.m. It's Saturday night, it's 1:41 a.m. and I am making a video for you. This is the dedication I have for market and for all the lovely subscribers which I have on my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed the channel yet, even after seeing our dedication, then you should. You should ask your friends to join and also like the video because that is the only thing which motivates us. So in this video, we'll be talking about the intraday blockbuster stocks which can provide some good return on intraday basis on Monday. We'll be discussing the reasons that why these stocks can be a good contender for Monday and how and where in what direction they can give a good movement. Now let us just discuss about these stocks one by one. I'll be discussing with you all in this video 8 stocks. Forget about the name of the playlist, it's the old name, but I'll be discussing with you 8 stocks that can give you a probable good movement on intraday basis on Monday. I'll be discussing the direction in which I am thinking that this stock might move. I'll be discussing about the stop losses, the targets most probably in every pick, and the reasons behind selecting that stock as a good trading opportunity on intraday basis. But before doing that, let me give you a disclaimer that I am not a SEBI registered analyst. I'm not providing you any kind of tips. I'm just providing you the way we analyze stock. Second advice and a second disclaimer, I am not into intraday trading that much. I don't do a much of intraday trading. All I know is how to read price action. The reason I don't do it even after knowing it is the lack of time I have due to my job also, which I particularly do on regular basis, so I'm not able to devote that much time on intraday. But for those people who are proper intraday traders or who can devote some time to this time consuming activity, this video is for you only, right? So now let us start. The first stock for today is IGL. I'll be discussing the stock on two time frames. One is the 1 hourly time frame and the second is the 15 minutes time frame. Now let us move quickly to the 1 hourly time frame. If you can see that this stock, अगर हम देखें, पहले तो हम उसको एक बार डेली पे देखने की कोशिश करते हैं, हम देख सकते हैं कि this stock has been bouncing from a major area. This is an area which is holding some importance in the past as well. We won't be going into detail because that will be more of a swing, but we are just looking for an intraday trade. After bouncing, this stock started with an uptrend. Uptrend is like this. This stock was bullish on intraday basis, but recently this stock has been seen forming a inverted head and shoulder pattern. And after forming an inverted head and shoulder pattern, what is important is, what we need to note over here is that we got a breakout on an hourly chart. Means the last hour of the previous trading day was a breakout, and the breakout was with some good volume. So this is our first pick for intraday basis on Monday. But let us see that how can we trade this stock. For that, we need to go to a smaller time frame, that is the 15 minutes time frame. Let's move to the 15 minutes time frame. As you can see that this area was working as a strong resistance on intraday basis. 4 times on intraday basis this area has been working as a support. But during the last hour we got some good breakout. Along with the breakout there was some huge volume as well on intraday basis. So we are expecting this stock to test this area again and give us some bullish signal over here for a good movement on the upside on the next day. The stop loss shall be very small because we will be keeping the stop loss somewhere over here below this orange area. The reason for keeping the stop loss below the orange area is because this area has been working as a great resistance. So there are every chances that this area will work as a great support now. So we will be waiting for a small pullback at least till this orange area or the previous low area, and if we get some bullish momentum candles over here, some green candles over here, full bodied candles with minimum wick possible, or the closure of that green candle should happen in the 75 to 100% वाली रेंज. मतलब अगर एक कैंडल अगर आप देखो तो अगर उसकी क्लोजिंग उसकी अपर पार्ट में हो रही है, देन दैट कैंडल इज बुलिश. सो वील बी वेटिंग फॉर अ बुलिश कैंडल फॉर अ गुड trading intraday trading opportunity on Monday. I'll be also trading some of these stocks on Monday on intraday basis. That's why sharing this video with you also, so that you can also get the benefit of the stocks I have like shortlisted for myself. Let us move to the next stock. The next stock is LTI. First, we have to see it on a hourly chart. As we already discussed, we will be discussing every chart on 2 time frames. Let me remove this first. Yeah. Now, why we selected the stock? First, we need to answer that, because so that you can also select such stocks. The reason of selecting this stock is this. We are on the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, we can see that this area was a strong support. Recently, stock tried to break below that area, but immediately on the second candle, it bounced off. Or we can say, let us see it in much detail. हम ड्रॉ करके देखते हैं कि हमने इसको आइडेंटिफाई क्यों किया है. आप देख सकते हो ये एक एरिया एक स्ट्रॉन्ग सपोर्ट था जिसके नीचे स्टॉक क्लोजिंग नहीं दे पा रहा था. स्टॉक ने सेकेंड लास्ट ट्रेडिंग डे को इसके नीचे क्लोजिंग दी, लेकिन इमीडिएटली इट क्लोज्ड अबव दैट एरिया. सो दिस एरिया इज अ स्ट्रॉन्ग सपोर्ट, and this areas or the support which are strong on daily basis, on intraday basis, they can do wonders, or they will be having more importance on intraday basis. Now let us move to the hourly time frame. On an hourly time frame, what is important is the thing which we saw on a daily, which was not that clear. On an hourly, it's much more clear that it went below this area which we saw on daily time frame. It went below that area, then again closed above that area, and the good part is the volume is also coming. Now let us see one thing very much interesting on a 15 minutes time frame. पहले तो हम ड्राइंग्स को रिमूव करते हैं, सो दैट थोड़ी सी क्लैरिटी आए चार्ट के अंदर. ड्राइंग्स की इतनी ज़रूरत नहीं होती, दिस इज जस्ट फॉर मेकिंग यू अंडरस्टैंड. Now you can see on 15 minutes time frame, I prefer to trade on a 15-minute time frame only, because that gives a better confirmation than smaller time frames. But if I'm trading index, I prefer trading on 5 minutes to 3 minutes time frame, because over there I just try to capture small moves, 20 to 50 points move, so that I can get quick profits. So now let us see it on an intraday time frame, that is 15-minute time frame. We can see that after a fall, after reaching the key area which we discussed on daily, this stock started moving in a pattern. We can also call it a VCP, volatility contraction pattern. जैसे जैसे volatility contract होती गई, स्टॉक में एक बढ़िया ब्रेकआउट आता दिखा हमें लास्ट के 15 मिनट्स में. एंड द गुड पार्ट इज दैट इट had good volume. If I would have seen this stock during market hours on Friday, this would be a probable BTST choice for me. Build today and sell tomorrow choice for me. But nevertheless, I didn't saw it. I didn't took it on intraday basis. I'm holding it in my portfolio. But I feel that on Monday, this stock can give you a good movement to the upside. Seeing the big bullish candle, a breakout candle on the last 15 minutes. The stop loss for this will be on a very safe area and a small stop loss, obviously. The stop loss shall be, if you are seeing my video from a very long time, the stop loss shall be below this area. Why below this area? Because this area was the previous support. If this previous supports break, we can see a further downward movement in this stock. Okay, targets as per your greed, but stop loss as per the system, as per the charts. Let us move to the next stock. The name of the next stock is Apple. Right. So we will be discussing Apple over here. No, this is not the stock to be discussed. It was actually in my deleted list. I don't know how it came over here. This is somewhat I'm not willing to discuss with you, because I don't think there will be a great movement in it. So now let us move to the next stock. First, let me remove some stocks which are not in the discussion mode. First of all, let me see which were the stocks were in the discussion mode. Guys, give me a minute. Just give me a minute. IGL is there, then we have Apple is not there, this is not. I'll be discussing 8 stocks, but some of the stocks are extra over here which I am not willing to discuss right now. Whirlpool is not there. Yeah, Whirlpool is not there. I shortlisted some stocks for you, so I'm not discussing those which I didn't shortlisted. Yeah, now it's okay. After LTI, let us discuss LNT. The reason for this, selecting the stock is very simple. As you can see, as I already told you, that any time frame which is a stronger time frame, which is a support on a stronger time frame, like you can see it over here, this area was working as a support on an early time frame multiple times in the past. Now the stock is seen bouncing from that area, and the good part is volume is coming. Okay, means a trend change on intraday basis can be seen. Now what can be the buy strategy in this stock? How and why this stock should be bought? Let me take you into further details. There is a kind of a pattern being formed which you call a cup and a handle pattern. So all of you who know how to trade this stock, entry will be taken after breakout of this previous high, or you can say the neckline of the cup and a handle pattern. Stop loss shall be immediately below this breakout area, because that will be a safer stop loss, and if stock falls below this area again, then this pattern will be invalidated, right? So now let us move to the next stock. The name of the next stock is Bajaj Auto. Let me explain you the reason for selecting this stock. First of all, look it on a broader time frame, means a early time frame. What the stock is doing? This stock is particularly taking support at a trend line. This stock has been bouncing from this trend line 1, 2 and the third time. So we are on an important support, on a trend line support as well, and on a horizontal support as well. So we are in a value area. So if we buy something over here, the stop loss becomes very small, and as a trader you need to consider your risk before reward. Risk is the first most thing which you should consider before considering a reward. The risk is small, then we can look for a reward. Now let us move to the smaller time frame, but before that let me remove the drawings from here. Give me a minute, I'm just removing the drawings. Yeah, now we can see that this particular stock, the name of the stock is Bajaj Auto, is taking support at a long term trend line and an hourly chart trend line. We can also see a double bottom in formation. In the last 15 minutes, 15 to half an hour, we can see some volume coming over here. If the last two candles, which were doji candles on the last trading day, these two candles were doji candles. If we see a closing above the high of this doji candle, it can be a good trading opportunity on intraday basis. The first target being this area, the previous resistance. Stop loss shall be immediately below this doji candle. Now what is the importance, or why we are placing a stop loss below the doji candle? Doji candle represents a fight between the bulls and the bears. If the bull wins and closes above the doji candle, and if in the second candle itself the candle closes below the doji candle itself, then that will be a fake breakout or a fake win shown in the charts of bulls. ठीक है, तो हम इमीडिएटली उससे बाहर निकल जाएंगे. ऑल्टरनेटिवली आप अपनी पोजीशन साइज करके स्टॉप लॉस को इस एरिया के नीचे भी रख सकते हो. इस एरिया के नीचे रखने का फायदा ये होगा बिकॉज इट्स एन आर्ली ट्रेंड लाइन एरिया, एंड ये एरिया इतनी ईजिली पास में ब्रेक नहीं हुआ है. सो दिस विल बी अ सेफर स्टॉप लॉस बट अ स्लाइटली बिगर स्टॉप लॉस. अगर आपकी रिस्क एपेटाइट आपको ये बड़ा स्टॉप लॉस रखने को कह सकती है, मतलब अलाउ करती है, देन यू कैन कीप इट. एल्स keeping the stop loss below the doji candle itself will also help, provided the first candle which goes above the doji candle closes above the doji candle, right? Now let us move to the next stock. The next stock is alkyl amines. अभी तक हमने उन स्टॉक्स की बात की, आई सपोज जहाँ तक मुझे याद है, अभी तक हमने उन स्टॉक्स की बात की जिसमें हमें बुलिश मोमेंटम देखने को मिल रहा था. लेकिन ये एक स्टॉक ऐसा है जिसमें हमें बेयरिश मोमेंटम देखने को मिल रहा है. Guys, one more important learning over here. Whenever a stock gives you a parabolic move, it will either do time correction, means move sideways, or will give price correction means move downwards. This is the basic philosophy of any stock. So हुआ क्या कि this stock gave a big parabolic move. Excuse me guys, I'm sorry. This stock gave a big parabolic move, and after that big parabolic move it is correcting downwards. So we can see what is the important pattern formed over here. Let me explain you that and break down the chart for you. I hope till now you are liking this video. If you are, kindly like this video as well and share it with your friends afterwards you watch this video. Now you can see after such a big move, this stock was correcting in a sideways manner. But recently this stock broke down of this area. After getting broke down, it tried to move above, but we can see a rejection candle over here, and now the stock has started moving downwards. So it is kind of change of polarity. Change of polarity means if this is a support, stock is taking support over here and it breakdowns, it will again go up and treat that same area as a resistance. This is change of polarity. When the support turns into resistance, that is called change of polarity in technical terms, right? So we can see change of polarity over here. I expect a downward movement up till here because this is the previous resistance which might work as a support on intraday basis. So a downward movement of somewhat like 50 to 60 points can be seen in the stock on the coming day, that is Monday. Stop loss shall be above this rejection candle, somewhere above the orange area. That will be a safer stop loss. First target will be this, and if the momentum is strong, then the second target will be this area, that is 2922, right? So this is alkyl amines for you. Let us move to the next stock, that is Eicher Motors. The reason of selecting this stock, let me tell you the reason of selecting this stock. The reason of selecting this stock is, first of all, what I see is I have multiple confluences for this stock. Let me explain that for you. First of all, this stock has been taking support on an hourly chart twice earlier of this trend line, and the third time it has reached that area. But the important part to note over here is that it is also in a range. Technically speaking, this stock is right now in a downtrend. This stock is right now in a downtrend. Why should I say that, or why do I say that? Let me explain that to you. This stock is continuously forming a pattern of lower low and lower high, but this area being a strong support on horizontal basis as well, on trend line basis as well. If the first 15-minute candles supposed to be a green candle, we can see a target of the upper part of the range. For stop loss, we will be keeping the stop loss below this long term trend line and the short term trend line, that is below this area, because that will be a safer stop loss. Let us once see this chart on like 15 minutes time frame as well, but before that let me remove the drawings. Let us see it on the 15 minutes time frame as well. So this is the 15 minutes time frame in front of you. We can draw the channel once again. It is a channel like this. Let me copy it and draw it on the lower side as well. So this is the channel which this stock has been following. If we see a green candle at the very start, then we can see the stock touching again on the upside of the channel, which is very much visible on the hourly time frame as well. The stop loss shall be very small, below this trend line, somewhere below this trend line. If the stock closes below the trend line, it will be a breakdown and you need to move out of the stock. So stop loss will be very small and the target will be upside of the trend line. The next stock is Tata Chemicals. The reason for selecting this stock is this stock is in an area which is a value area for this stock, which has been working as a support in the recent past. 3 times this area has worked as a support. This is a reason for selecting this stock. If we are taking stocks at value area or proper support area, the stop losses gets too small, and as a trader you need to protect your capital to stay active in the market and earn from the market. Now let us move to the 15 minutes time frame. As we can see on the 15 minutes time frame, this stock touched the area which was a value area on a 1 hourly time frame, and in the very last 15 minutes we saw a big bullish candle. Why a bullish candle? Because it has least amount of wick or almost no wick. It was a Maruti candle, and if this momentum buying pressure continues, and if we see a green candle in the very start 15 minutes, then we can see at least this target on Monday in this stock. So this Tata Chemicals stock can be bullish on Monday. अभी तक I think alkyl mines ही ऐसा एक stock है जिसमें हम bearish थे. Rest all stock we are bullish only. The next stock is Maruti. Maruti में I am bearish for Monday. Let me explain the reason to you very clearly. As you can see that this area was working as a support twice, but we got a breakdown of this area in the second last hour of the trading day. This stock tried to move above this area again during the day only, but failed, and we saw again a downward movement. So there was a breakdown in the stock in the last 1.5 hours of that trading day, of the last trading day. So let us see it on a 15-minute time frame wherein it will be much clearer, but before that let us remove the drawings. We will be drawing that support area again for better understanding. So this was a support area which was earlier working as a support. You can see it clearly on 15 minutes time frame. The stock broke down on intraday basis on the same day. It tried to get in the range again above the support again, but failed. It was a pure change of polarity over here, that the area which was working as a support has now started working as a resistance, and the increased volume shows that there is some more downside in the stock. But preferably in Maruti I will wait for a pullback, because already three red candles have gone down. It's a push phase. I don't prefer to enter into a push phase. I will wait for the stock to go up, give me some bearish momentum over here, some selling pressure over here, and if we see a strong red candle or a bearish candle, then I will be loving to enter the stock with a stop loss above this orange area, because that will be a safer stop loss and a target to the downside with a bearish side. So these were 8 stocks which I have shortlisted for Monday for intraday entries. I hope you are liking such analysis and also appreciate our late night efforts. I know it's 2 o'clock right now. I have been recording this video from last 20-25 minutes. I hope you are liking our efforts. Even I am sleepy, but the love for the stock market and love for you guys have forced me to make a video for all of you. So I hope you are liking our efforts, you are liking our videos, and I request all of you to kindly like this video before closing it, share it with your friends, and I will see you in the next video. Till that time, take care, bye bye, Jai Hind.